When we think of the business cycle, you've got the launch phase, the growth phase, the shakeout state, maturity, decline, and eventually debt. But when most people think of non-distress restructuring, then what you will see is this point here, which is the company starts to go into decline, and what the business leaders would do is try to revive the business and then get it back up on the growth path, on the mature path again. What we are seeing now is this red flag here, which is very, very different. We've gone straight down into a crisis, and the mindset that we need is to go back all the way to where we were in the growth phase.
It starts with denial, and then it's followed by anger, bargaining, depression, and then finally you get to acceptance, right? So in our view, this model has high relevance when it comes to distressed businesses as well. An honest assessment of the business, and then thereafter you develop a business plan. Think about is contribution still positive? In a world where demand has just fallen off a cliff suddenly, and assuming you're a price taker where demand is elastic, how can I then reduce costs? You start with marginal costs, and as I spoke about earlier, your fixed costs and so on. The next question probably: are we facing a structural problem, or is this a cyclical problem?
When you have unknowns, right, you really need special advisors who are objective, credible, and as passionate as you over the business that you need to be consulting, right? And to be honest, these honest advisors, right, should be speaking the same language as you are, and they should be able to answer or able to help you with your business plan, tell you things, validate, invalidate your assumptions, and most importantly, right, guide you through this complex, drawn-out process to get it right? Because these advisors will help you understand legal implications, corporate finance frameworks, help you get thinking on what sort of action plan, really give you an honest assessment of the business. And what I found is that in reality, it may not cost you anything at all to call in these advisors. But what you need to do is really assess them.
Form an immediate exco that includes the MD, chief financial officers, perhaps one or two of the most influential board members. And they're entrusted with this restructuring. You cannot solve everything. There are matters that has to go to KIV. But what do? The last thing you want to do is just not respond, go quiet, right? Because if you give people the silent treatment, then they're going to get annoyed. The creditor is the de facto owner, right? And if you don't get your mindset around this, and it will cloud your negotiations, it'll cloud everything. So you got to set your mind, okay, the creditor is the owner, but I'm trying to get back this business for the benefit of everybody. And that's the whole idea of becoming a going concern.
We must not forget that they are our staff. They are the people closest to us, and are also, we must appreciate, they're also going through a very difficult period. Staff will need reassurance, they will need constant engagement, encouragement, and a business will only be stable. It can only be stable if the staff are in the right frame of mind.
One thing that we are doing, we are keeping the business as a going concern, right? And when we keep the business as a going concern, it benefits all the stakeholders, the creditors included. And the key thing is we need to keep that consensus going for 24 months. And what does that take in our mindset? We must have a mindset of grit, willpower, that we can actually get to the end of this journey, right? The word wei is actually comes from wei xian, which means danger, and the word ji hui comes from the word opportunity. And the Chinese have actually got it right. They call crisis wei ji because it's both an opportunity and also a dangerous situation.